This is episode 1 of the Ask Ben podcast. I'm here with my producer, Royce. And first episode, I'm going to just let Royce ask the question because, he's going to be a big part of the show. And, I want to get his question. So, Royce, shoot
Hey,
it.
you know what? I always have people ask a question like this when I was training a lot at my old gym. They always want to know how to get rid of your midsection or how to lose weight.
So basically, how to lose like abdominal fat, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a pretty broad question that I can answer many ways. I'm not going to dig deep into the science and pulling up research for this one, just because even though I can, it would be better just to kind of answer the question generally. So your midsection is mainly fat, right? So when you accumulate fat in your midsection, you are that's what people want to get rid of. Some people will develop body fat in their midsection as part of their genes, right? So they
True.
have poor genetics, and they tend to store their fat there. Okay, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just what's going to happen. But you can do your best to mitigate that, right? And
Mhm.
the first thing you're going to have to do is to lose body fat, right? So there's no way around that,
So you
right?
got to put in work.
Yes, you got to work. You got to uh, start working out. You got to work on your diet. You have to eat less calories. You have to work out more. The old saying, uh, "Move more and eat less," is very general and may not work for everybody, but that's the advice that in the end, no matter what you do, what special diet you have, whatever special workout plan you have, in the end, it's still move more, eat less, and your genetics, right? So,
All right.
what is this for you, Royce? Are you trying to do this, or
Yeah, I need to get back in the gym. I used to train hard, but doing this Hollywood stuff, they always feeding us on the set, so
yeah?
I need to get back into it.
That's another thing to consider too is the types of food that you eat, right? So if you're eating majority protein, every meal you're having protein, you're likely going to have a better body composition, right? So the research out there is that the as long as you're getting adequate and on the higher end of your protein intake, it's going to improve your body composition, right? So what I tell my clients daily is just to eat an adequate amount of protein in each meal, like 15 to 25 grams, at least. Once you do that, it's very hard to consume, bad foods, right? And I'm talking about,
Mm.
quality protein. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about, Royce? Like,
Yeah,
give me an example of quality protein if you can.
I would say like grilled chicken.
Yeah, that's it. So grilled chicken, beef, eggs, milk. Basically animal protein's usually going to be on the higher quality. Whey protein, despite being a supplement, is the highest. I think it's the highest bioavailability of any protein. It's higher than eggs. So the general advice for how to get rid of your midsection fat or the abdominal, I think they call it visceral fat, is to just eat less calories, right?
Mm.
Move more, exercise more, um, and, uh, and that's pretty much all you can do. And then your genetics, obviously, you can't alter them yet, but you might be able to in the future. Um, I will tell you, however, I want to on each episode, I want to kind of go over the things that the myths, right? So even though we have what works, I want to get that knowledge out there. I also want to talk about the things that don't work, things that don't have too much science behind them, and those things would be like spot reduction, right? An example of spot reduction would be like, oh, I want to lose abdominal fat, so I'm going to do crunches all day
or
until I lose the fat.
or the body wraps.
Right, waist trimmers, waist trimmers and things like that. They can dehydrate you. They can maybe give you the appearance of you're slimming down, but really, if you're losing water and whatnot, that's not getting rid of your fat in the midsection. What that's doing is it's giving you the illusion, dehydrating you. We'll cover this on a different episode, but I could
Mm.
I could lose 30 pounds uh, I'm about 200. I could probably lose at least 20, probably 20 to 30 pounds overnight, right? Just how, uh, when I cut weight for fighters that I train, overnight I could do that, right? That doesn't mean anything, right? So
Yeah, I've been there.
that's a myth. You don't want to lose water. You want to actually lose the fat, right? Um, so yeah, that's not something you want to do. You don't want to go that route. You want to do the work, lose the fat. Other things, other things that would be in that category would be like, like I said, doing targeted exercise. Doing working out your core until you're extremely sore, thinking that it's going to change it, right? It will change it, but what you're doing is you're adding muscle. Kind of the fat will still be covering the muscle. Right?
Okay, it's almost like those the strongman competition where their guts are so big.
Oh yeah,
but they're.
That's a great point. So that is actually exactly. Do you really think those guys don't have strong cores? Right? They have extremely strong cores.
Yes.
But can you see them?
No.
Right. So you can't see their abs, but they're there. Everybody has a six pack. Mm-hmm. It's just the fat is covering it, right? So when you work out, when you do a ton of crunches and things like that, it's not going to get rid of the fat. It might increase your energy output, but you need overall to be in a caloric deficit, right? So that you need to be in a caloric deficit. That's the only way really that you're going to lose weight and lose fat, right? There are people out there that can lose fat and gain muscle, but that's it's rare. It's people that are beginners and there's people with exceptions, people on performance enhancing drugs. We'll cover that in a later episode too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as far as myths go and things not to do, I would just say that's pretty much it. You have any other questions about this, Royce?
Yeah, well, I remember a lot of times when I was training, we had to do a lot of high impact and a lot of cardio. Mm-hmm. And is there a point where that could actually hurt you when you're trying to lose weight?
Are you talking about losing weights in general or losing weight in your midsection?
In general now, because when you're trying to do your midsection, basically mm-hmm. you're losing everywhere else also.
Yep, absolutely. If you're doing too much cardio, this question it's kind of I would say yes. Short answer, yes. You can absolutely do too much, because if you, let's say, if you go down that road, if you're doing so much that you're wearing out your joints or that you're under recovering, you're getting sick, then yes, that would be the deep end, right? You get rhabdo from working out too intensely too often, things like that. That would be like the worst case scenario, right? Working out too much. You can also you can be in a deficit that is so large that you begin to lose muscle, and that's not what you want to do either. So, like, I'll give you an example. If I need 3,000 calories a day to maintain my body weight, I want to have some deficit, right? Like maybe a 200 to 500 calorie deficit per day.
Okay.
And that's going to give me the room to lose the fat and still retain, hopefully, the majority of muscle, right? I don't want to be in a super big deficit. Like if I need 3,000 calories and I eat 2,000 calories, so I have a 1,000 calorie deficit, then I work out and burn another 1,500 calories.
All right.
Right. So now I'm in a super deficit. Now I could potentially be losing a lot of muscle, and that would not be good. Okay, because muscle is very muscle is the thing you want to keep. That's the hard-earned mm-hmm. thing. You don't want to lose that for free just because you're trying to get a little lose body fat, right? Most people would agree that they want to keep the most muscle they can while losing the most amount of body fat they can while staying in a healthy range.
Okay, so What about the regular people, like the people that have the 9 to 5 jobs and all the kids and everything? Like, how's their best way to approach that?
To lose fat in your midsection, I would say, kind of just to summarize everything the same. Just do more exercise and do more exercise and also eat less, right? And these are things that can be accomplished through many different avenues, right? You could count your calories. You could use MyFitnessPal. Just get a general understanding of how many calories that you intake a day, and then you can just every day use numbers. Say today I entered all my food and I got 3,500 calories. Okay, and I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. Tomorrow, I gotta go lower, right? I can't have another 3,500. I gotta go, maybe 3,200, right?
Okay.
And then I continue eating 3,200. See what's happening. Okay, if it's progress is good, then I'm in the ballpark, right? What I will say is that you want to use calorie counting and macros and things like this as a general ballpark figure. I wouldn't tell people to be 100% reliant and trying to be super accurate with it, because it's not going to be super accurate. What you think is 100, or what 25 grams of protein in a chicken breast, you enter it into your calorie counter. It might actually be not that, right?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get the ballpark, right? So that's one way to do it, is to just use strictly numbers. And then we're talking about general public here, what the general public would do. Another thing, this is more of my recommendation. This is what I would tell people to do if you're not used to counting calories, which is to just document. Like starting today, today is what is today?
Today, Wednesday.
Wednesday. Let's say today, starting Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to write down everything I ate today for a week until I get to next Wednesday. Okay, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to streamline what I eat. Okay, so as in, I know in the morning I'm going to have this. I know in the evening I'm going to have this. Okay.
So meal prepping.
Meal prepping, but having an idea of what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, and then adding and subtracting at that point is easy, right?
Okay.
Say every day I wake up and I have a protein shake and a kind bar and whatever. Okay, and at lunch I have a rice and chicken, and in the afternoon I have some pasta and something, right? I know what I'm eating every day, kind of,
Okay.
So if I wanted to lose weight, what do? I just eat a little less or take out a meal.
Take
right?
out a meal, yeah.
Exactly. Then you don't have to count, right? For the people that don't like counting, I know if I take out this meal, I'm taking out roughly 500 calories, right? 300 calories, whatever it is. So I know what I'm taking out. Now, if that doesn't work, then I take out more. If that doesn't work, then then something's wrong. But that's pretty much how I recommend it for my clients: is document everything and start chipping away at certain things and be on a consistent schedule. Now, if you can't do that and you're just eating randomly, well then you're going to have random results.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard.
It's going to be impossible.
Yeah. So hopefully that wraps up question one, podcast one, first question, and in the future, please direct all questions to. For now, we're just going to use my Instagram. It's at Coach BZ on Instagram. That's Coach BZ on Instagram. I have some videos on there, training videos, and generally it's still kind of like a personal Instagram. But for now, we'll use that Instagram, and in the future, we'll have a website up, call to action bot, things like that can, you submit questions, and that's it. That's a good way to wrap up episode one. Anything else, Royce?
No, I'm good. I got something else for you.
Okay.
Later on.
Later? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for everybody that listened, and we'll see you for episode 2.